struggling with topics now. This will be the 98th episode of Rambling with Joe. When I hit 100, after I hit 100, my thoughts are to start having guests. And those guests will be just people. Nobody special. Just people. And I'm going to get opinions on everything that they care about. That was always the plan. It's not because I'm struggling with topics. I mean, I have a topic I want to talk about today. It is the Second Amendment. What it's for and what it's not for. But I thought I'd give a heads up as to where this fiasco is going. I'll probably continue to do the morning ramblings because, well, let's face it, no one in this house wants to listen to it this early. So, I own guns. I own pistols and rifles and shotguns. A shotgun. I don't own them. I don't own them out of a desire to do harm. I don't own them out of a desire to have the upper hand in life. Those days, I certainly hope, are well behind humankind. At least on a personal level. And governments are a different story altogether. The Second Amendment is to prevent tyranny. Plain and simple. It's not about hunting. It's not about keeping criminals out of your house. It's not about anything other than keeping tyrants at bay. The idea that we've passed that particular danger in the world, well, ask anybody on the left, any liberal, if Donald Trump is a tyrant. And their first response will be, hell yeah. Ask any conservative, anybody on the right, if Barack Obama was a tyrant. They'll say, hell yeah. This is not something I have no opinion on, but I think they probably both were tyrants. But to prevent the tyrants from becoming all-powerful, we have to have an armed populace. Now, hunting, protection of your home and life, these are all byproducts which are very essential to the Second Amendment, but not what the Second Amendment's purpose was about. So, on the table in front of me, I have some tools. I have an iPad. I have a BP cuff. I have a brush. I have a pill holder. Microphones, gimbals. These are all tools. I also have a pistol. The pistol is just a tool. There are bad people in this world. That's what that tool is designed to take care of. The rest of the tools on the table have a different function. Now, I can pick up my iPad and I can walk up to somebody with my iPad and I can hit them with my iPad. It's not what the iPad's designed to do. Pretty hefty iPad. I think it's the iPad Pro. 16 inch? No. How big is the iPad?
12.9, I think.
12.9. It's pretty hefty. And with the keyboard, it's very, very significant in weight. I'm pretty sure I could knock someone out with it. Not what it's designed to do. But if I were an evil person with evil intent, I could use that tool. Within reach, I have knives, forks. I'm in the kitchen. Well, I'm half in the kitchen. And I always have a pocket knife. I just have to have a pocket knife for my job. It's something essential to my work. I have to cut things. A lot of people say you don't need a pocket knife. You could carry around a safety blade. No, I prefer a pocket knife. And pocket knives aren't illegal. And it's another tool. I've had many discussions with people about the Second Amendment and whether or not we should have it. And I've never heard a feasible argument as to why we shouldn't. Because, well, if you're on the left, Donald Trump. Don't you want to be able to prevent tyranny from the right? If you're on the right, Barack Obama, choose your poison. Joe Biden's administration. I would say Joe Biden, but I still don't think he was there. And there's another thing. You want to talk about tyranny. This is my little tyrant right here. I know, buddy. Come on up. Baggy does not feel good. He's been puking. We're not sure if he just got a bug or if he's gotten into something, but I don't think it's bad enough to take him to the vet yet. Do you? No comment from the couch. So, there's another form of tyranny. When companies and governments get together. What's it called?
Fascism.
Fascism. We don't want fascism either. I don't want to be controlled by companies and governments, by large corporations. I think that I've done a podcast on why corporations should not be considered people. And they shouldn't. They're not. It's just a loophole for people to do what they want and get away with it. This is really, really simple. The day that you can show me that tyranny is no longer a threat and prove it, well, that's the day I'll join your side and say, hey, let's give up our guns. You can't. You can't prove it because it's not in the human nature for some people to not become tyrants. So, and really, the idea that you're trying to prove it would probably make you at least lean toward tyranny. Kind of a dark subject for first thing in the morning with my delicious coffee. Had some hard days behind me. Hopefully I got some easy days ahead of me. Hopefully you do too. That's my basic premise on the Second Amendment and why it's important. I could go into much deeper detail and talk about the tyrants of the past and how they disarmed the people. There's prove it. Prove that the reason for the Second Amendment in its conception and why they put it in the Constitution, prove that it's no longer needed. I watched a comedian do a stand-up once, and one of the things he said was, it was the second thing. It was the second thing. It was number 2. The Second Amendment wasn't number 10, it was number 2. First, freedom of speech. And how do they guarantee the freedom of speech? By number 2. So, there's my short thoughts on the Second Amendment. Now I'm going to have a second cup of coffee, and then I'm going to go do my first job. Now, my second job, my first job is making sure my wife is happy. They're both very challenging at times. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you find peace, love, and dream. How do you say it? Foxy? She don't want to tell me. Until next time, ciao.